back to math. Today we're going to learn about sum and difference of functions, okay? So sum and difference of functions, okay? So sum and difference of functions. Usually we learn about functions, about how to tell if a line or a shape is a function or not. Today, like the name says it, we're gonna add them and then find the difference between two different functions. So, usually when it comes to functions, you see it as y equals certain numbers. So y equals, let's say, 2x plus 4. Usually now, you're going to start getting familiar with a new way to write for y, which a new way to write for y is f of x, okay? That's the same of saying y. So if I say, what's f of x? It is y. If I say, what's g of x? Hint, hint. You guys know which one's that one? It's x, right? So if I say g of x, it means your x. Okay, so f of x is your y, g of x is your x. So we have two different functions. One's for y, one's for x. Okay, so we have an f of x and a g of x. Make sure you have all this written down before I have to erase it. Meanwhile, let me go get an eraser really quick because I forgot it. All right, does everybody have it? Okay, good. All right, guys. So, our equation for today, or for example of today, is we have an f of x that was or is 3x minus 2, and then we have a g of x. This is on another color. We have a g of x that equals 2x minus 6. Okay? Remember, we are looking for the sum of the functions and also the difference of the functions. Difference means subtraction. So let's start off with the first one, the easy one, the adding. We can say f plus g of x, because we're adding, remember, we're looking for the addition of them. F plus g of x equals, let's start off with the first one, 3x minus 2 plus, it's positive and it's plus, 2x minus 6. Now that we have that, now that we have combined both equations with the adding in there, we can actually just, like a normal equation, just add. Okay, combine like terms. So we can say f plus g of x equals, remember, we have a 3x and a 2x that are similar. They have variables that can be combined. They're both positives. So we can say 3 plus 5 or 3 plus 2, I pretty much gave you guys the answer, which was 3 plus 2 was 5x. So we have 5x. And then we also have constants, numbers that have no variable, okay? So we have a negative 2 minus 6. Notice that they're on the same side, so there's no changing of signs, okay? Because they're both on the same side. So what you can say, negative 2 minus 6, they're both negatives, so we know that the answer is going to be negative. We add up the numbers so they're both the same. 6 plus 2 is 8. And that is the answer for adding two functions. And that's it for adding. Now we're going to keep the same ones. This time, we're going to do one for subtraction of the functions. All right, so we say we're going to keep the same ones. Now we're going to subtract them from each other. Now we're doing the difference part of the function. So again, we're going to write f. This time, instead of a plus, it's a minus g of x equals, again, 3x minus 2. Since we have a negative in there, I like to always do this, minus parentheses the bottom number. Because that's telling us that since it's subtraction, this is positive. We have to multiply everything by, or distribute by negative 1 to the second equation. So now we have f minus g of x equals 3x minus 2. Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 6 is positive 6. The reason why it's positive is because if you have, let's draw this triangle, okay? Keep this triangle on your notes. It makes it a lot easier for you guys. Let's draw this triangle here in the corner. Hopefully you guys can. On this triangle, the bottom corners are going to be negative. The top one is going to be positive. Which means that when you multiply a positive times a negative, your answer is negative. When you multiply a negative times a negative, your answer is positive. It also works the other way. Positive times negative is negative. Okay? And negative times negative is positive. So it works both ways. Okay? Hopefully you guys keep this rule. Up here makes it a lot easier. It's for multiplication and division of numbers. Anyways, let's go back to our little problem. We're almost done. All we have to do is combine like terms. So we can say f minus g of x equals 3x minus 2x. Remember, we can combine them. They both have variable. 3 minus 2 is 1, or 1x. Also, we have two constants, a negative 2 and a positive 6. Notice that the positive is bigger, so we know that the answer is going to be positive. Now, you owe 2, but you have 6. If you pay 2 back, you're left with 4. And that is our answer. So f minus g of x is 1x plus 4. Okay. So, ready for your assignment? All right, guys. Your assignment for today is, notice I have my f of x and my g of x. I'm going to give you a function of each. You're going to find both of them. You're going to find the adding version of them and the subtraction version of them. Okay? So, for f of x, we're going to have 2x plus 5. For g of x, we're going to have 4x minus 6. So make sure you write them down. Make sure you send them in as soon as you're done watching the video. And I'll be waiting for your email.